What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is part 2 of how not to get wrecked. And like I mentioned in the previous video, I'll be going over 3 principles in each video. And this series will last about 4 to 5 videos. I'm not sure. It depends on how many principles I will have left over. But for this video is pretty straightforward as well. I will cover very important fundamental principles to follow. As if you're watching this right now, you're very lucky and you're ahead of the curve, because most people don't take their time and due diligence to actually understand how markets work, what to do, what not to do. So if you're watching this video, you're the 1% of the top 1%, which is incredible. So congrats to you. I like I mentioned in the previous videos, I wish I had this information because it's very valuable and useful. So without wasting any time, I'm going to quickly go over what I'll be talking about. If you guys don't have a lot of time and you just want to get to it, I'll share it right now. So really quickly, always buy on a separate wallet, store the rest in a cold wallet. Always make sure to check all info before buying the token. And thirdly, always check all socials, always. So that's basically the overview. So let's get started. So how not to get wrecked, part 2. So first principle is always buy on a separate wallet. So if you're buying, let's say, an altcoin or a meme coin, or you're trying to invest in a new chain, always use a separate wallet and store the rest of your funds in a cold wallet. So what does this mean? So I personally have 2 wallets. One wallet I just send funds to and I take funds out. And the other wallet is where I'm doing all my swapping, all my exchanging, and all that stuff. On my wallet where I actually store funds, I don't do any swapping. I don't connect to any websites. I don't do any of that stuff due to security reasons. Because when you connect to websites, like some websites through your MetaMask, if somebody's trying to hack your wallet, they can install a function into the connect icon to they can set unlimited gas spending. Not gas spending, it's basically a hack that allows the hacker to spend and drain your wallet as soon as you connect to their website. Long story short, that's what it is. So that's why, as a good countermeasure, it's a smart idea to buy on a separate wallet, exchange on that other wallet. It's basically a burner wallet. So if something happens, you don't really care. You just have your funds there to do quick trades or flip something quickly or try something out, stuff like that. And the rest just sits in your cold wallet. So that's the first principle. This one, if I did this from the beginning, I would have a lot more money now, because I've lost money this way as well. I've basically went through almost everything, guys, you can possibly imagine. And let me tell you, it might seem like a bit of a headache to have a separate seed phrase, separate password, but this helps a lot. Having a separate wallet and another wallet that is just a cold wallet that you don't touch, it's ideal. So let's move on to the next one. Always make sure to check all info before buying the token. And this one is important as well. If you're in a bull market and you just came into the market, into the crypto market, and everybody's telling you to buy this coin, that coin, this coin, that coin. And you know what? Actually, these 2 principles, they are kind of entangled with each other, because if you don't do your research and you don't find out about all the information about the particular token, and you connect to their website with your main wallet, you could potentially lose all of your money. So these are kind of like this principle and this principle are kind of like connected. So it's a good idea to always make sure to check all information about the token before buying it. This includes like who the founders are, is there a Telegram group, is there a website, is there activity going on amongst people in the community, Things like this. And is there development? Is there a roadmap? Is it a finished product? What is it basically? So it's very important to never FOMO. To get to the bottom of what a token is about or a coin is about. Because a coin is its own chain. A token is something that gets built on top of that coin's chain, if that makes sense. So like BNB, you have cake built on BNB. BNB is the coin, cake is the token. So what's the function of BNB? What's the function of cake token? So it's always important to understand what you're investing, because sometimes you actually might come across a very good investment like Pulsechain or Pulsex, for example, and you don't really know why you invested into it. You just invested because you're hoping to make money, which is completely reasonable. But you're more likely to hold on longer if you do your due diligence and research, because you understand what the token is capable of. And that's actually how a lot of people missed out on gains from Bitcoin. A lot of people jumped in 2011 because of FOMO, and then they sold when everything dumped to nothing because they didn't really understand what they're holding. It's either that or they were afraid their money will go to zero. Another case, when you do your research, you're more aware of how much you should invest, and you're more aware of what it's about, which gives you more confidence to hold long term or short term. Depends on what kind of person you are. It all depends, and it all comes back down to risk management and doing your own research. So always make sure to find out all the info. Does it have a website? Does it have a Telegram? Are the founders doxxed? Does the contract checked out? Does it have a security audit? All that stuff, all the basic principles. I will jump into a bit more detail in the next video in part 3. But for now, doing the basic research about a coin or a chain or a token really helps out a lot before buying, because it could potentially save you from getting wrecked. So let's continue. And this one, last one, it's pretty straightforward. Always check all the socials, and to add on top, check it with high scrutiny. What does this mean? So nowadays, because it's so easy to set up basically a token, you can do it right now yourself. All you have to do is search up on YouTube how to launch your own token on Binance Smart Chain, on Avalanche, on Phantom. You can literally do it in 5 to 10 minutes all by yourself. Create a contract, add liquidity, add the name, put up a website. Website takes longer. But basically what I'm getting to is, because it's so easy, the barrier of entry of creating something in crypto is very low. Anybody can slap up a Telegram, a Twitter, a website, put up a logo, put up the token, and then you know what? Let's say you did part 2. You did all of your research and you have a feeling, okay, this looks kind of legit, right? But then you have to think about this again. You see a lot of followers on their Twitter. You have to think for yourself for a minute. Hold on. What if these followers are fake? The way you can know is if, let's say somebody has 30,000 followers, right? Which is a very popular number a lot of communities have. And to me, that is a dead giveaway that it's a scam. If you see 30,000 followers and there's low activity, not a lot of posts, not a lot of likes, not a lot of retweets or comments, then more than likely it's botted. Botted as in it's not real people actually following that particular account. And the people who created that Twitter account, they paid money to some service to have their Twitter account followed by robots, basically, by algorithms, to make it look and fool you to follow that Twitter account as well, so you end up buying their token. Guys, these people will do anything to scam you. So you have to always make sure to check the socials and then compare the Telegram to the Twitter, to the website, to the Reddit, if they have all these socials, and basically get a feel on if they're botted or not. And and if they are, obviously stay away from it. And if it's not, well, continue analyzing and doing research. And that's about it. This is all I have for today's video. And thank you guys for watching. If you watched this long, if you don't mind hitting the subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. It's free, obviously. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.